Okay, in this video we're going to continue populating our teach screen. This time we're going to do the DROs for X, Y, Z, A, and also where you input the values for feed, M, S, and T codes. So let's get started by adding some DROs. Okay. Left position 700, top 80, width 100 by 200, 20. Okay, so all this looks good. It's going to be our XDRO standard code. Let's see for our, I think that's all fine. So let's go ahead and we'll just copy this, copy, paste, and we'll move it down to 105, and we'll change our standard code here to 1 for the YDRO, and again we'll just copy, paste, jog it down to 130, change it to 2 for the ZDRO, copy, paste, jog it down to 155, and this needs to be 3 for our A. And then if you need more, you can keep going A, B, C, whatever you need. Okay, now let's label those. Label. And we want that a left position of 680, a top of 80, a width, and that's 20 by 20. And for our text, we want a capital X. And again, we will copy, paste, jog it down to 105. And we want a capital Y. Copy, paste, jog it down to 130. This needs to be a Z. Copy, paste, jog it down to 155. And this needs to be an A. Alright, now let's do the DROs for our, where we add our M, Fs, and all that good stuff. So they are going to be at 700, a top of 240, a width of 100 by 20. And the standard code for these, we have to give them a number because it's a user DRO. So we'll call this one 2000 because it's going to be for our F commands. And we want the format to be no leading to trailing. No leading to trailing. Okay. Now again, let's just copy, paste, move this down to 270. User defined, we'll call this one 2001. This is for our M's, so the format needs to be 3 leading, no trailing. Okay. Copy, paste, move it down to 300. And this this is going to be 2002, and we are 5 leading and no trailing. This is for the S. Then the next one is going to be for T code. We're going to copy, paste, jog it down to 330. And this is going to be 2003. And here I think we need 2 leading and no trailing because our T code shouldn't be more than 2 digits. Okay, let's label those. Label a left of 680, top of 240, and these are 20 by 20. And for this one, the text is going to be an F. Again, we will copy, paste, jog it down to 270. This is going to be an M. Copy, paste, jog this one down to 300. This will be our S. And one more time we will copy, paste, jog it down to 330. And this will be our T. Okay, good. Now let's create the button for edit. So we'll go button, add this one. We want a leftmost position of 680, top 400, and we want it 100 by 30. That's good. And for our standard code, we want it to be 115. It's going to be the edit button, and for the text on the button, we'll just put edit. Okay, so that's pretty good. That does not look right. Our left position is not right. There we go. 680 by 400. I don't know what happened there, but that looks better. Okay. Now, so for the rest of them, we're just going to put our 2 rows of buttons in here. I'm going to try and get this done quickly so the video is not too long, because the last video is going to be just the code, and it's going to take a while to go over all the code. So all these in this row are going to have a left position of 405. The top one is going to start with a top position of 80. These are all going to be 100 by 30, so that is good. Now in this first one, we want a standard code of 34. They'll all be standard code of 34, which is execute basic script. So when it comes time in the next video, we'll go through the basic script that does all the, the programming of the code itself. So that's going to take a little while to go through. So this one, for the text, we'll write program start. Okay, and again, we're just going to do what we did before. We're going to copy, we're going to paste, we're going to jog it down to 120. And everything on these stays the same. Once we copy and paste, we get the same size. We just need to move it to position. It's still going to have the standard code of 34 execute basic script. We need to change the program, the name on this one from start to end. Okay, so we're going to do, there's going to be a whole bunch. I'm not going to bore you with all this. Let's start the next row. It's going to, all this next column is going to be at 540. And again, 80 just like the other one. the 130, that is good. Again, we want a 34 for our code, execute basic script. And on this one, we'll put the text of new program start again. So the other thing you can do is you could do this whole column here and then copy it and paste it and then move it over. So I'm going to go ahead and populate the rest of these off camera here so I don't bore you with that. And in the next video we will get to how to actually code each button. We will do that actually in Mach3 program. We'll code each button in there and then we can execute it and make sure everything works. And I'll have a copy of all the code that I put each button on the bottom of the YouTube video here in the next one. So for now, I'm going to sign off here and go ahead and populate the rest of this. When I come back for the next video, we will be programming the buttons.